It is I, John O'Regan, the uncommon voice for the common man, where I am number 4,830 on the IRS's most wanted list. That doesn't sound that bad, but you got to consider that in Obama's America, a country of 300 million people, that there's only about 2.5 million people that actually have jobs and are paying taxes. So that puts me in a very bad position indeed. What I am doing today is I would like to talk to you about what's going on in Egypt. That's right, the peace-loving Muslims and the boys in the Muslim hood are raging all over Egypt, even as we speak. Now, remember, we were told by the Islamo-loving leftists, the Obama administration, MSNBC, CNN, all these people on the left, that there was nothing to fear from the boys in the Muslim hood. Well, it turns out that we have a lot to fear about the boys in the Muslim hood. And now they are upset that the people in Egypt have wised up and thrown their asses out of power, and so they're raging, and they're just making a big scene over there. And what's amazing about this, our administration and these Islamo-loving leftists are totally clueless as to why this is going on. I was watching the political talk shows yesterday, Sunday, and both the one on ABC and the one on NBC were absolutely clueless as to what was going on. And these are a bunch of Islamo-loving leftists. You would think that they, of all people, would have a grip on the situation, but they don't. They're clueless. But fortunately for them, I do have a grip on the situation, and I am going to give them some sound advice right now how to calm down these raging boys in the Muslim hood and their worthless supporters. That's right. It's very evident to anybody who knows anything about human psychology that the boys in the Muslim hood and their worthless followers are sexually frustrated. It can't be anything else. Think about it. We were told that there wouldn't be any problem with them running the show in Egypt. And then when they get into office, what do? They say it's okay to have sex with your wife's corpse for 48 hours after she's dead. Then they say that the legal marrying age should be 14 years old. That's right. So there you go. There's the problem in a nutshell. And these Islamo-loving leftists, all people, don't understand what this is about. They're all sexually frustrated. My God, they're running around having sex with corpses over there. That explains everything. And once again, these damn Islamo-loving leftists, the Democrats that run this show, are in charge of foreign policy of all people, should understand this. There's no political party or administration or anything like that that would understand sexual problems than damn Democrats. But fortunately for them, I can save their bacon as I usually do because, as always, I think outside the box. What it's time for right now, and I mean right now, is that it's time to send in the Democrat sex therapist. That's right. The Obama administration should send in the Democrat sex therapist. Now you would say, well, who would that be? Well, I have a few ideas for them. To get the ball rolling, what we need to do is have Obama send in his ambassador at large, Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, the Obama administration's ambassador at large, could go over there right now and show the boys in the Muslim hood the joys of having tattoos, body piercings, and how to dress fashionably and look like a woman. That's right. There's nobody better than Dennis Rodman to go over there and show the boys in the Muslim hood how to dress up and look like a woman. That's right. And then after that, they could have all these big government-run sex change operations. Then they could go from being a man to a woman. And Dennis Rodman can help them put on their makeups and their earrings and give them tattoos and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it would be have the boys in the Muslim hood would all of a sudden be the girls in the Muslim hood. And they could start having sex with them after they have the sex change operation. And there's part of the problem alleviated right there. But I'm not done yet. He could also send in his former safe school czar, Kevin Jennings. That's right. You remember Kevin Jennings, don't you? He was Obama's safe school czar that was involved in teaching all of our children in Massachusetts the joys of homosexual sex. That's right. He actually had seminars teaching our children, whether they were gay or not, the joys of same-sex sex. You could send him over there. For God's sakes, and then we can enlighten the boys in the Muslim hood. I mean, after all, they're supposed to be friends with these Islamo-loving leftists. They would probably listen to reason from the Islamo-loving leftists as to the joys and the wonders of same-sex sex, including same-sex marriage. Hell, do away with this damn thing of getting married when you're 14 years old and just start marrying people of the same, it's the same sex. That will restore tranquility to their society. Look what a wonderful thing it has done to people like Ellen DeGeneres and Rosie O'Donnell and all those people. They become fine model citizens for all of us. That's right. Of course, it's really hard to tell when you watch Ellen DeGeneres, you know, when she has her husband on there, which one is the husband and which one's the wife, without your scorecard, but that's beside the point. And so, since safe-sex, Kevin Jennings over there, and he could teach them, like he did the youth of America, the joys of a homosexual lesbian practice known as fisting. Can you imagine that? A whole bunch of sexually frustrated boys in the Muslim hood running around fisting each other? Well, I should say the girls in the Muslim hood running around fisting each other. My God, that would provide tranquility for their society in ways that you and I don't understand. And on that subject, if that doesn't work, we could send in the mayor of San Diego. I believe his name is Bob Filner. That's right. The mayor of San Diego, the Democrat, and all the news stories I read about this guy, always forgets to mention the fact he's a Democrat, but he is one, and apparently he loves to fondle, spin, and mutilate all these damn women, including this old woman. I saw a picture of him, and then this old woman that he apparently sexually was molesting, and she was on TV coming out of the closet telling us all about, oh my God, who would want to... Well, at any rate, if he is fond of sexually harassing all these damn ugly old women, he'd be another perfect sex therapist to send over there and talk to the boys in the Muslim hood. My God, he could teach them the joys of having sex with old ugly women and stop bothering these 14-year-olds. That would solve some more of their problems. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That would solve some of this problem. But if that doesn't work, I got two things left for them. That's right. We could call in our former Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, and have her go over there and take William Jefferson Davis Clinton with her. That's right, and bring along that little black book of his. The little black book that has long since been locked away in the dark catacombs of the William Jefferson Clinton Library and adult bookstore. And he could take that over there. My God, there's probably millions of contacts for all these sexually frustrated boys in the Muslim hoods. And you just all those, there'd be millions of them that they could have sex with instead of corpses and 14-year-olds. I mean, nobody knows more about having sex with women than William Clinton. And after all, she was Secretary of State, and these people, Democrats, seem to have something for the boys in the Muslim hood. So that would solve some of their problems too. Now, with my ideas of sending in the Democrat sex therapists, this will restore sanity to what's going on over in Egypt. And once again, it is because I'm me and they're not. Until next time, this is your favorite conservative, Ronald Reagan, thinking outside the box, telling you this right now. If none of this works, none of it works, you could do one last thing. That's right, you could give all these boys in the Muslim hoods Obama phones, and the first text that they would receive would be links to none other than Anthony Wienerschnitzel. That's right, because in my opinion, it would be better to have a bunch of damn boys in the Muslim hood with a slight case of penis envy than it is to be totally sexually frustrated. Until next time, I say this to you now, Harvard and